Okay, for the fourth method, you're going to have to do one more problem completing the square. Here's the problem. Okay, here's where the A, B, and C comes in. You need to solve for x. At the very end, x is going to equal to something. Yep. Pause the video, see what you do, and then start it up again and then see how it comes out. Okay, we're going to solve this problem by completing the square. First step, yes, we need to get rid of this to get a blank. So we're going to subtract c on both sides. This is going to give us ax squared plus bx equals negative c. We can't have an a at the front here. It has to be a 1. So to get rid of the a, we're going to divide everything here by a. Okay, now we have x squared b over ax, leave the blank, equals negative c over a. Now we need to figure out what goes here into the blank. Just like before, we have to get two parentheses that match. So whatever goes into the blank will factor to get two of the same parentheses. We know it's x and x. We know it's plus and plus. Now, what we've been doing all this time is we want half of this. So really, 1/2 of b over a is b over 2a. That's what goes into the blanks in the parentheses. b over 2a and b over 2a. Okay, in which case, the blank is going to be b squared over 4a squared. Is that okay? If I add it to the left side, I have to add it to the right side. Okay, now, in order to combine the fractions on the right, we need the denominators to match. So, I need to multiply this denominator here, top and bottom, by 4a. Okay, so now we have b squared over 4a squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. The denominators match. This is x plus b over 2a squared equals, I'm going to combine the fractions on the right so that it comes out to just one fraction. B squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. Now we just use the square root method. Square root both sides. That'll cancel out the exponent on the left. So now you have x plus b over 2a equals plus and minus b squared minus 4ac. You can square at the bottom, that would be 2a. Okay, we're almost there. Now we just gotta get x by itself. We are going to subtract b over 2a on both sides. So, that'll get x by itself, in which case x equals negative b plus or minus radical b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This right here is called the quadratic formula. Of the four methods, I would assume that this is the easy one because all you got to do is identify a, b, and c, and then just plug it in, and that would be the answer for x. Here, let's try. Oh, by the way, you need to remember this for the quiz. You can't have notes, so make sure you remember. Negative b plus or minus radical b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Got it? Row, row, row your boat works very well. Here, let's try. Here's the problem. 2x squared equals 4 minus 7x. We are going to solve this using the quadratic formula. First step is to get it into standard form, just like we did in the first section, and then identify a, b, and c. We need to get 0 on one side, preferably getting x squared to be positive. Okay, we'll add 7x, that's fine. Still need to get 0 on one side. Okay, subtract 4 on both sides. Okay, so now we have it in standard form. 0 on one side, x squared is a positive coefficient. A is 2, B 7, C is negative 4. Okay, now we're going to use the quadratic formula to figure out what x is. Negative b plus or minus radical b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. See, row variable works perfectly. Okay, we're going to stick in the numbers in place of all the letters in the formula. In place of b, so negative 7 plus or minus 7 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 4 all over 2 times 2. Okay, all we gotta do is calculate. And yes, you can use a calculator. That'd be fine. Negative 7 plus or minus 49 plus 32 all over 4. So x equals negative 7 plus or minus, what is that? 81 over 4. Square root of 81 is 9, so negative 7 plus or minus 9 over 4. And now we can figure out our two solutions. Let's see. Negative 7 plus 9 is 2 over 4. Negative 7 minus 9, negative 16 over 4. Okay, so we have our two solutions. X is equal to 1/2 and negative 4. Yep, that's all you need to do. Yeah, it's really the easiest one. All you gotta do is stick it in and calculate correctly. Here, real quick. If you look at the problem, 2x squared plus 7x minus 4 equals 0. Same problem. This is actually factorable. 2x and x, 4 and 1, plus and minus. So, 2x minus 1 equals 0. X plus 4 equals 0. There you go. That was the first solution you got. There. Two solutions, same thing. Quadratic formula works just fine. Try again. Here. Let me give you a problem. Here. 3m to the second minus 8 equals 10m. Okay. Pause the video. Try this on your paper. See if you can get what comes up on the screen next. Ready? Okay. We need to get 0 on one side. We're going to subtract the 10m. Good. Okay, so now we have it in standard form. 3m squared minus 10m minus 8 equals 0. Our a value is 3. Our b value, negative 10. Our c value, negative 8. Okay. We are going to use the quadratic formula to figure out what x is. negative b plus or minus radical b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I'm gonna get it stuck in your head. Okay, let's see. We're gonna replace a, b, and c with 3, negative 10, and negative 8. Negative 10 plus or minus negative 10 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 8 all over 2 times 3. This would be 10 plus or minus 100 plus 96 over 6. Yeah, 96. Okay. X equals 10 plus or minus radical 196 over 6. Okay, this is going to come out nice. X equals 10 plus or minus 14 over 6. Okay, let's figure that out. The first one is 10 plus 14 is 24 over 6, which is 4. The second one, 10 minus 14 is negative 4 over 6. So negative 2/3. There's your two solutions. Negative 2/3 and 4. Try one more time. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, here. 3x squared equals 7 minus 2x. Okay, get it in standard form, figure out a, b, and c, use the quadratic formula. Pause the video, try it on your paper. Okay, here we go. We're going to get 0 on one side, and I'm going to leave the x squared term positive. So I'm going to subtract 7 and add 2x. 3x squared plus 2x minus 7 equals 0. Okay. A is 3, B is 2, C is negative 7. Okay. We're going to place it into the formula. Negative b plus or minus radical b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Negative 2 plus or minus 2 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 7 all over 2 times 3. Negative 2 plus or minus 4 plus 84 over 6 so x equals negative 2 plus or minus 88 over 6. Is that okay? Oh yeah, you're right. We need to simplify the radical 88. Okay, let's see. Negative 2 plus or minus, what is that? 4 and 22? So, negative 2 plus or minus 2 radical 22 over 6. Is that okay? Oh yeah, you're right. We need to simplify further because each of the terms, this term, and this term, all of them can be divided by 2. It's like this. For those of you that don't see it, I'll write it separately. Negative 2 6 plus or minus 2 radical 22 over 6. Each fraction can still be simplified. Negative 1/3 plus or minus radical 22 over 3. This is your solution right here. If you rather write it as one fraction, negative 1 plus or minus radical 22 all over 3. Is that okay? Okay, one last thing. In the problems near the end of the section, they're going to actually ask you for what this is in decimal form. And as I was saying all this time, it's better to leave it as a fraction because the numbers are nice. But when you get to that point where they're asking you for the approximation of what this is, you actually have to calculate that up. So for example, here, wait, let me write this on another page. Negative 1 plus or minus radical 22 over 3. Okay, so let's figure out what this is. Negative 1, we'll do the addition one first. So, using the calculator. Okay, so 22 squared. So, negative 1 plus, negative 1 plus 4.690416 all over 3. And then just calculate that out. So, minus 1 divided by 3. Okay, so this is actually one solution right here. I'm going to round to the hundreds place. 1.23. Okay, and then you have to do it again for the other possible solution. Negative 1 minus radical 22 over 3. Okay, so let's see. What was it again? 22 square root. Okay, these are the actual solutions that you would be looking for. Negative 1.90. Rounded to the hundreds place. Okay, so this right here is just for ease of calculation. This right here are numbers that, you know, those questions about where we're going to need to use this. You don't use this one. Real life, you need these actual numbers right there. So the beginning of the section that you're on is going to ask you for the answers like this, right here. But by the end, they are going to be looking for these two answers right there. Got it? Okay. I'll make the section short so that you folks can get enough practice, but not gonna spend that much time. Let's see, page 593. Numbers 6 through 48. Multiples of 6. 8 problems. Okay. Be ready for quiz tomorrow. Oh yeah, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Or click that subscribe button at the bottom, and I will see you later.